This weekend, many sky gazers around the world will get the chance to see a dazzling celestial display, a total lunar eclipse that could cause the moon to take on a deep reddish hue. Those in Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia will be able to see the lunar eclipse Sunday as the sun, moon, and Earth line up in their orbits. The moon will be cast into a crescent-shaped shadow before being fully blocked from the sun by Earth. At that point, some light from the sun will make it around the edges of Earth. Blue light will be scattered by air molecules, while the remaining wavelengths will reflect off the moon, making it appear to glow red. What is known as a blood moon. The event will start at 11:28 a.m. Eastern Time and end at 4:55 p.m. Eastern Time, though the eclipse will not be visible to those in the Eastern Time Zone totality. When the moon is completely covered by Earth's shadow, will start at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time and last for about an hour and 23 minutes according to Earthsky. The beauty of a lunar eclipse is that it's gradual. For folks that have seen solar eclipses, they happen fairly rapidly. The lunar eclipse is a far more relaxed environment, said Noah Petro, chief of NASA's Planetary Geology, Geophysics, and Geochemistry lab at Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. You don't have to be in a specific spot to see it, but you have to be in the right hemisphere. For those in North and South America who will not be able to view the eclipse, there will still be opportunities to observe a bright full moon this weekend, otherwise known as the corn moon. Here's what experts recommend for best viewing of the full moon and the total lunar eclipse. A pair of lunar events. September's full moon, nicknamed the corn moon as it aligns with the season for harvesting corn, according to the Old Farmer's Almanac, will peak around the same time as the lunar eclipse. But full moons appear round to the naked eye one day before and after their peak, so sky gazers can observe the full moon all weekend and into Monday, Petro said. For best viewing of the full moon and the total lunar eclipse, Petro recommends going outside and finding a spot away from bright lights, as they could hinder visibility of the natural satellite. As it goes through all stages of the eclipse, a lunar eclipse is a truly incredible sight, and something you can see without any special equipment. You do not need a telescope or even the special eclipse glasses that you need for a solar eclipse. Sarah Russell, research scientist and head of the Planetary Materials Group at London's Natural History Museum, said in an email, "But having binoculars or a telescope available could add to the viewing experience," Russell noted. The moon turns red once it is completely blocked by Earth's shadow, illuminated by red-orange light from the sunsets and sunrises on the Earth, Petro said. Occasionally, directly before and following totality, the moon can appear to have a blue and purple band of light upon it. This phenomenon is caused by sunlight passing through the Earth's ozone layer in the upper atmosphere, Russell said. While full moons occur every 29 days, lunar eclipses typically only happen about twice a year, when the sun, moon, and Earth align. For those who may be feeling left out, the next total lunar eclipse is set to take place on March 3rd and will be visible in parts of North and South America, Petro said. "I'm always happy to see the full moon, whether there is an eclipse or not," Russell said. The moon formed in the very earliest times of the Earth's history, and the Earth and moon have been through a lot together. You can see the evidence of that with the naked eye, looking up to see all the craters on the moon that have been formed over 4.5 billion years of history. Upcoming celestial events. The next 3 full moons will be supermoons, full moons that occur when the moon is closest to Earth in its orbit, making it appear larger and brighter than regular full moons. Here's the list of full moons remaining in 2025. According to the Farmer's Almanac, October 6th, harvest moon. November 5th, beaver moon. December 4th, cold moon. 2 weeks after the total lunar eclipse, on September 21st, a partial solar eclipse will be visible in parts of Australia, the Atlantic, the Pacific, and Antarctica. This occurs when the moon moves between the sun and Earth, blocking part of the sun's light from view. There are also opportunities to observe other solar system activity, including several meteor showers that will grace the night sky in the following months. Here are the peak dates of meteor showers anticipated in 2025. According to the American Meteor Society and Earthsky, Draconids, October 8th to 9th, Orionids, October 22nd to 23rd, Southern Taurids, November 3rd to 4th. Northern Taurids, November 8th to 9th. Leonids, November 16th to 17th. Geminids, December 13th to 14th. Ursids, December 21st to 22nd. What should I know about lunar eclipses? Lunar eclipses happen when the moon passes into the Earth's shadow, which is cast into space by the sun. They are different from solar eclipses, which occur when the moon casts its shadow onto the Earth. Solar eclipses are much rarer and can only be seen from a small part of the Earth. To have a lunar eclipse, the moon, Earth, and sun must be lined up, which happens only twice a year. The moon and Earth's orbit are misaligned by about 5 degrees, so the moon lines up perfectly in front of the sun only a few times a year, casting its shadow somewhere on the Earth. When this happens, it blocks most of the sunlight reaching that part of the Earth, causing an eerie daytime darkness. Lunar eclipses, on the other hand, can be seen from anywhere on the night side of the Earth and occur when the Earth casts a shadow on the moon. This does not block any sunlight reaching the moon, so the sky remains bright, just with a reddish tinge due to the scattering of blue light in the Earth's atmosphere. During totality, the moon will appear a deep red color, which has led to the nickname blood moon. According to NASA, the next lunar eclipse will be on March 3, 2024. It will be visible in North and South America. Those in the rest of the world will have to wait until August 17, 2024, to see the next lunar eclipse. That will be visible in Africa, Asia, Europe, Middle East, and Australia. What does the moon look like during a lunar eclipse? The moon appears to change color during a lunar eclipse. In the early stages of an eclipse, when only part of the moon is covered by the Earth's shadow, it will appear to have a bite taken out of it. As more of the moon becomes covered by the Earth's shadow, it will take on a darker, more reddish hue. As totality approaches, the moon will appear almost black. Once totality is reached, the moon will remain black for about 10 minutes before beginning to lighten again as the Earth's shadow recedes. In the final stages of the eclipse, the moon will appear to have a reddish tint. Some people say the moon looks like a clock face during a lunar eclipse. This is because the Earth's shadow is sharp and well-defined, making the edge of the moon appear clear. How long does a lunar eclipse last? A lunar eclipse can last for up to 4 hours, but typically they are shorter. The longest lunar eclipse ever recorded was in 2009, when the moon was in totality for 1 hour and 40 minutes. What causes a lunar eclipse? A lunar eclipse occurs when the moon passes into the Earth's shadow. This happens when the moon and Earth are lined up, which occurs twice a year. The moon and Earth's orbit are misaligned by about 5 degrees, so the moon lines up perfectly in front of the sun only a few times a year, casting its shadow somewhere on the Earth. When this happens, it blocks most of the sunlight reaching that part of the Earth, causing an eerie daytime darkness. Why is the moon red during a lunar eclipse? The moon is red during a lunar eclipse because of the scattering of blue light in the Earth's atmosphere. Blue light is scattered more than red light, so when the sun is setting or rising, the sky appears red. This is the same reason why the moon appears red during a lunar eclipse. Why do we call a lunar eclipse a blood moon? The term blood moon comes from the fact that the moon appears red during a lunar eclipse. Is it safe to look at a lunar eclipse? Yes, it is safe to look at a lunar eclipse. Unlike a solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse does not involve a solar eclipse, so there is no risk of eye damage. What should I wear when viewing a lunar eclipse? There is no particular dress code for viewing a lunar eclipse. However, it is a good idea to dress warmly as it can get cold at night. A lunar eclipse can also be viewed during the day, so be sure to protect yourself from the sun if necessary. What should I bring with me when viewing a lunar eclipse? While a lunar eclipse can be enjoyed with the naked eye, binoculars or a telescope can enhance the experience. A blanket or chair to sit on may also be helpful. Can I take pictures of a lunar eclipse? Yes, you can take pictures of a lunar eclipse. However, it may be difficult to capture the true color of the moon. What should I do if it's cloudy? If it's cloudy on the day of the lunar eclipse, try checking online for live streams of the event. Can I hear a lunar eclipse? No, you cannot hear a lunar eclipse. However, you may be able to feel a slight drop in temperature as the moon passes into the Earth's shadow. What else do I need to know? A lunar eclipse is a spectacular sight, so enjoy it while you can.